The college football AP poll has finally been released for the week number 5 of the college football season, and we are officially through 4 weeks of college football. And college football week number 4 might have been the best week of college football we have ever seen, with so many top 25 matchups. But let's get into breaking down the college football AP poll released for week number 5 of the college football season. So let's start with number 25 through number 20. So let's kick off the video with number 25, 24, and 23, as all 3 of these teams were unranked heading into college football week number 4. However, all 3 of them won their matchups in week number 4 of the college football season, as Fresno State comes in at 25, Kansas Jayhawks at 24, and the Missouri Tigers at 23. Next up, we have the Florida Gators, who also won their week number 4 college football game and moved up from number 25 to 22. And then we have Tennessee. After a pretty disappointing loss to Florida last week, Tennessee would survive their game in college football week number 4, and they moved to 3-1 and would climb the rankings up 2 spots to number 21. And then we had the Ole Miss Rebels, who would lose to the Alabama Crimson Tide at Bryant-Denny Stadium and would fall down just a couple spots to number 20. Next up, let's look at number 19 through number 10. So first up, we have Oregon State, who comes in at number 19, and they lost a heartbreaker this week to Washington State and fell just 5 spots to number 19. Next up, we have Miami, who is 4-0 this year and looking pretty good. However, they played some easy competition outside of Texas A&M, and they are currently moving up 2 spots to number 18. Next up, we have the Duke Blue Devils, who are also currently undefeated this season, and they survived another decent matchup this week and are moving up just another 1 spot to number 17. Next up, we have Washington State, and I already discussed Oregon State, as these 2 teams played each other this week, and Washington State would come out with the big Pac-12 W as they would move to 4-0 and would climb up 5 spots to number 16. Next up, we have the North Carolina Tar Heels, who would again survive another victory and move to 4-0 this season as they would climb another 2 spots. And then we had Oklahoma in the Big 12, and they have played some very easy competition this year, and they won once again in a blowout victory and are currently moving up 2 spots to number 14. And then coming in at number 13, we have LSU, and LSU barely beat Arkansas this week, and I just can't get a grasp on this team. However, their Florida State loss in week number 1 is holding them back, as they're currently 3-1 and are ranked 13th in the country. Next up, we have the Alabama Crimson Tide at number 12, and they actually got a huge victory against the Ole Miss Rebels this week in Bryant-Denny Stadium, and Jalen Milroe proved that he is the quarterback for Alabama this year, as they move to 3-1 and number 12 in the country. And then coming in at number 11, we have Notre Dame, who would lose a heartbreaker to Ohio State at home on the very final play of the game, and they are now 3-1 and fell down just 2 spots to number 11. Next up, we have number 10 through number 5, and coming in at number 10, we have the Utah Utes, who survived a huge Pac-12 game against the UCLA Bruins in a close game in a 14-7 score, even without their star quarterback Cameron Rising. Next up, we have the Oregon Ducks coming in at number 9, and they got a huge victory over the Colorado Buffaloes as they absolutely dominated this game and won in a huge blowout victory, and they are currently 4-0 and ranked number 9 in the nation. Next up, we have another Pac-12 team in USC, who is currently ranked at number 8 in the nation and fell a couple spots. However, this was not due to play. This was just due to better teams passing them. However, USC is currently ranked 4-0 and is currently ranked number 8 in the nation. We will see if they can continue to rise. Next up, we have another Pac-12 team in Washington, and this makes 4 Pac-12 teams in a row. And Washington is currently 4-0, and they are picking up huge victories week in and week out, and we will see if they can continue to climb as they climb to 1 spot to number 7 overall. Coming in at number 6 all time, we have the Penn State Nittany Lions, who are continuing to climb too. They were stuck at number 7 for a while. However, they moved up to number 6 as they picked up a huge victory over Iowa as they completely dominated in the whiteout game, winning this game 31-0. And coming in at number 5, we have the Florida State Seminoles, who dropped 1 spot as they would only win a close game to the Clemson Tigers in overtime. However, they are 4-0 still and still have a very good shot at making the college football playoff, coming in at number 5. Now, we have finally reached the top 4, and coming in at number 4, we have the Ohio State Buckeyes, as they are currently 4-0 and picked up a huge victory against Notre Dame at Notre Dame's home stadium in a walk-off game-winning touchdown, and Ohio State continues to climb the ranks. And coming in at number 3, we have Texas, and Texas finally proved that they are legit even after they had an awful game last week against Wyoming, and they are currently 4-0 and are still sitting at number 3 in the country. And then coming in at number 2, no surprise, it's Michigan once again, as Michigan is currently 4-0 and continuing to pick up huge victories. However, they honestly haven't really looked like the number 2 team in the nation so far, but we will see how they can can perform in some huge matchups coming up. And coming in at number 1, it's no surprise Georgia is still ranked number 1 in the nation, as they picked up another huge victory and are 4-0, and we will continue to see if they can hold on to the number 1 spot. Well, that is the updated AP Top 25, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and see ya.